¿Qué onda, Lupe Maniacs y toda la fanaticada de Lucha 411? Aquí está Lucha Lupe con...
Lucha Lily.
Para chismear sobre esta Triplemania 33.
And to brag, because we got it right. Dijimos que Vikingo was going to retain porque the chase was going to be better.
Yes, and we were correct, so please give us the props that we deserve in the comments.
Lots of nice comments about that.
And Lily, question, was this the first Triplemania that you ever watched?
Yes, actually yes. I loved El Grande Americano, like, oh my God. Desde que empezó con su ropavejero song chant. And he's just so much better than Gable, in my opinion, allegedly.
A million times.
He just does the research. I feel like it turned from appropriation to appreciation.
Definitely.
It's beautiful. And the people love him.
Yes.
They were like, si gana El Grande Americano, nos vamos a celebrar el ángel. So I was like, dang, they fucking love it.
One of my hottest takes. At this point, he knows more Mexican lore, more Mexico City lore than a lot of nostalgia kids.
Yeah. No, of course, because that's actually some of the comments. People were like, he's just naming things. It's like, no, it's a whole song. It's a whole thing in Mexico. Yes. So I'm like, bow down to Grande. Oh, I don't know about bow down, but we do like him. But he will be what is it called? He'll be saved in the revolution.
Yes, he will. I'm just saying, in what other world do you see a German dude that comes from a US company with an American gimmick, in some ways he's more Mexican than so many people?
Singing Cielito Lindo also. I was like, no, he didn't. But like...
Mentándole la madre.
Yeah. It's El Vikingo.
Yes.
It was fun. But they all, we talked a little bit about Dragon Lee after as well because... Era olvidadito, but he got time to shine. I loved his entrance. Very Japanese. Given his lore.
Yes, you see the Japanese influence. And he carried actually quite a bit of the match. Honestly, like El Hijo del Vikingo, él es el jinete del aire, the king of the air. But in terms of technical stuff, I think Dragon Lee is one of the top people out there.
See, I think that's the only thing that I do notice, right? I love Dom. I love him so much. Yes. And I think se ganó la gente, even though they were calling him Peso Pluma de todos modos, right? Se ganó la gente, and a lot of people wanted him to win. A lot of people were pissed that he didn't win. But honestly, like, all of them, I think, have more quote-unquote talent when it comes to fluidity in their moves than Dom.
Yes. I mean, he's still young.
He's green.
He's learning the ropes, but definitely has earned the appreciation of the people. His entrance, the outfit, I think he was paying tribute to his OG
He did it in
uncle.
WrestleMania also.
I think he takes on from his dad, who's always paying like tributes. To the point where he got a cease and desist letter from Marvel. But like point is, they always love to dress up.
Dijo que he didn't need suerte. Remember when he was he's like, no necesito suerte. We thought it was him who was interfering because it looked short.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh dang, is it Ray? Like, don't let me find out Ray's about to be here with his belt again. Like, no, aquí en México no llegas. That would have been amazing, honestly. We would have been running
unas
like,
nalgadas.
Unas nalgadas ahí en México. So it'd be like, aquí no me vayan a ver a policía.
Aquí no hay nada de CPS.
Aquí no hay nada de CPS, aquí te pongo unas pinches nalgadas y todos me ayudan. ¿No? They all help to jump him.
Yes.
So I thought that's what it been. But I was not mad with AJ Styles. Like, that was very surprising. And you could tell the people there loved it because that was so, random.
That was a gamble because I don't know how much of the people in the arena would know who AJ Styles is because he's known among luchadors. But if you're not
in the
dork,
indies,
if you're a Mexican casual, you might not know who he is.
¿Y esa señora? What is there?
¿Y esa señora lesbiana quién es? I'll say that's what I appreciated of the WWE sides of production is at AAA there's always interference. That's like bread and butter, but WWE knows how to structure them a little better.
The storytelling is definitely there.
Es un desmadre, pero un desmadre más controlado. Because before with OG AAA, it's like half the roster would be there, like it would be a desmadre.
Like those video games that you're talking about that you would make. Yeah, no, I love the main one. I know Dom didn't win, but like we said, it set it up for the chase, and now we're getting one in Vegas, which we have to go because we went to Worlds Collide here, so we have to go to the one in Las Vegas, and it's for the Mega Campeonato también, and it's just a little weird because we heard Vikingo get more boos in his own hometown.
Oh, yes, let's address
than
the controversy.
ever, bro. And I know that, like, so I'm just an observer here. This is my Lucha encyclopedia, right? But I was generally like, yo, what is this? Because, again, I saw Hijo del Vikingo at TNA. I've never seen him, I guess, with his home crowd to where they booed that, and it was embarrassing. It was
that was
low-key, like, I was like, oh my god, I'm Mexican, and I'm low-key like, can y'all stop? Because it makes us look bad. Like, they were literally telling Dom and Grande Americano, más fuerte, or is it? Like, duro. Like, they were trying, and I'm like,
yeah, that was hard.
Damn, what do you do to y'all? So, I think we have to give the floor to our encyclopedia of Lucha here to give us some of that lore as to why they were booing El Vikingo.
Well, the argument people make is that El Hijo del Vikingo is an imposition from WWE, that the real champion is Alberto El Abusador, because, you know, he did carry, like, the title and AAA for 2 years, right, when they were going down the shithole before they got bought by WWE. But the argument is flawed for a couple of ways. First of all, even before El Patron came in, El Hijo del Vikingo was being groomed as the face of AAA and the champion. In fact, if memory recalls, and feel free to correct me in the comments, he had epic matches against, like, Kenny Omega, one of the top wrestlers out there. So he was being groomed as the face of AAA and the champion. But unfortunately, because he definitely likes to take aerial style wrestling up above 3 notches than what everyone is doing, he got injured. So in the meantime, Alberto El Patron came in as first the Mexican champion, like the baby face, and then as El Rudo, like, who sided with the bosses, with, like, the younger Roldan guy. So that's supposedly what people say. Oh, this is an example of WWE.
Yes. So that's what. Sorry if I interrupted you. That's okay. I think that's what we're gonna say. They said, what I hear is that, look, he's the Roman Reigns of AAA, and I'm like, how?
But it's not true. Like, I think deep down, because he used to get, like, this hate before, not as bad. So I think definitely people do associate him, for better or for worse, with the WWE acquisition. But he was already, like, being groomed as a champion. And if you look at all the hate and what he gets, you'll see that a lot of people hate on him for being a shorty.
We love short kings.
Le tiran barrio por estar moreno.
We love brownies.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he doesn't look like a real Viking. You know? Yeah, so there's a lot of internalized shit where people are like, oh, I'm embarrassed that that's, like, our champion. It should be, like, a buff,
like Wagner.
Big dude. Yeah, like, if he was El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., probably people wouldn't be calling him a WWE imposition, even if he was getting the push. But for me, that's, like, the real reason behind it, because there's no other real argument to reject him. Like, as you have seen, outside of the world, outside of Mexico, people recognize his talent.
Yeah,
he's the
his
future
flips are
of
ridiculous.
Lucha Libre.
Even in that match, I keep bringing that match in TNA. People went crazy because I remember once he went up and it, like, I don't know how many freaking somersaults, and we're just like, how can you do that many? And, like, you don't run out of time before you hit the floor. Like, that is just insane. So that's just it is kind of an intersection of a lot of things that people don't like to talk about, like the abuse of spaces and how people get away with these type of things. And it's not just over there. Look at Brock Lesnar is back in WWE. It's a whole thing, right? So it's kind of weird to be upset at Vikingo and say that's a WWE acquisition or WWE fabrication, but then it's the same thing with, like, they're okay with WWE doing some other shit. Yeah,
it's very hypocritical. Like, a lot of those same fans support El Cuatrero, which is this abuser that actually tried to kill Stephanie Baker. Somehow there's less issue and less outrage over that. So it's very hypocritical, to be honest, and it's full of bullshit. And honestly, I'm kind of low-key ashamed of Mexican fans for showing that very ugly, fucked up side.
We're better, y'all. Like, we're so much better than that. Aprendan aquí in the way that, like, yes, people boo, but they don't boo, like, they boo collectively, right? Like, they boo, like, o whether se sentía personal.
Sí, no,
like, no sé, did not leave him alone. And to me, it's like, oh man, that must feel so ugly. Dude, I would cry. Yo chillo. I'd be like, not my own people.
But I'm just saying, props to him.
Con un pocho.
Sí,
un fraude. The only one right there is Dragon Lee that is like, okay, well, this motherfucker también se sabe la lucha y hasta adquirió más skills somewhere else de las culturas. But it's like, ¿por qué? O sea,
the fact that they booed you over El Grande Americano, who was almost created for you to like
hate. Yeah, it's like rage bait.
Yeah. So that's the crude. That's my opinion. Feel free to debate me in the comments if you want, but that's my take. That's
and I guess our early prediction too for. Do you think Dom finally takes it in Vegas?
I think so.
Yeah.
For a second I thought that this was like the end of the chapter and Dom was gonna focus on his own rivalries in Raw, but with AJ Styles. But now that they're facing them again, facing Dom against El Hijo del Vikingo in the next Worlds Collide, I feel like Dom is gonna take her for a bit.
I think so too. I just wonder where that leaves Vikingo now. Like, they don't want him in AAA, clearly. I want to be a fly in the wall in estos cuartos where they're talking about after the performances. I want to be like, ¿qué están diciendo? ¿Qué están diciendo del Hijo del Vikingo?
They must know at this point.
I'm like, what do they say about him? You know, like, that must suck.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that would make me cry.
I know, but that's part. I guess say what you will, but the worst thing in wrestling, which is even worse, is to have no reaction. So that heat El Hijo del Vikingo is packing, it's better than apathy. So I don't know, maybe somehow Dominic having the championship will give them time to work something for him to kind of win over the crowd.
Yeah, I just think it's gonna get better, and it will. And AAA, Triplemania was really good. I loved Mr. Iguana, who also made an appearance on Raw with Vikingo, and se está robando también otro que le tiran mucho hate, which again, I would love some lore as to why they hate Mr. Iguana. Like, why do the Mexican crowd not like Mr. Iguana when when he was here and he came out here, immediately the crowd loved him.
Well, I mean, to be fair to Mr. Iguana, I think now he's definitely over, like in Mexico and the United States. But he definitely was very controversial where he first came out for reasons similar to El Vikingo. People were saying, oh, that's not the body that a wrestler should have.
Stop.
Yeah, like, I'm buffer than Mr. Iguana.
Me too.
Yeah, got las muscle mommies. But, he used to get a lot of hate because he was skinny, because he had a character that was associated with like little kids.
Oh, because like a puppet.
Yeah, because La Yesca broke the realism of Lucha Libre. And he, in particular, not only did he get a hate, also from some fans, they like more like Lucha Bros, not like the Lucha Brothers, but
no, I know what you mean, like los FIFA.
Yeah,
los FIFA of Lucha.
Yes,
That's what you mean.
Yes, correct. But he also would get so much hate from other wrestlers saying like, "Oh, I'm serious, trying to build my character, be like a real athlete, and you're just like a fucking clown."
Yeah.
And look who is laughing now. I think there's a wrestler.
Jessica dolls are like $100 each.
Yeah. Oh my god. I hope that money goes to Mr. Iguana. I hope he's not getting screwed out of like good money.
Well, it's WWE, so let's hope that at least they're taking care of them in that aspect, because he is giving them a show, and he's giving them literally everybody's like, oh, John Cena against Mr. Iguana, and then this whole rivalry that they're also setting up con the Judgment Day and all that. To me, I also like that match. I think they had really good chemistry también. I think Finn Balor did so well playing off with Mr. Iguana and them and taking out the Monito. I loved it. I
love the Monito. If anyone wants to buy me one, I'll be very happy.
I'll leave her Venmo and Cash App information in the comments.
Just give me a the Monito.
I just really liked that. I just felt like, besides, the other kind of like quebrientos, right? Like, it was a match, I think, at the beginning kind of slow, and it kind of faded for me a bit, but with the moments with Mr. Hamburguesa, Mr. Hamburguesa.
Niño Hamburguesa. Bueno, ya está grande. Ya no es niño.
I love that moment where they did like the double, booty in the face. I love that. So there was a lot of moments for all of them to shine individually. But you can tell that Mr. Iguana es el que más lo están trayendo al WWE. Yeah, they're funneling him over también.
It's because the other wrestlers love him. Like, you can tell. So they're like, I'm gonna put you over and work with you so well.
That's probably, like, one of my favorite things about, like, the content and the merge is watching them nerd out over each other in, like, their social medias or them post together, or even WWE social media, even if it's quote-unquote fabricated for the video. You can tell that there's genuine, like, excitement there from Rhea looking at Jessica and you know, them taking a photo with CM Punk. Oh, my God. I deadass almost cried. Because I'm like, I'm like, when would I have imagined these guys with CM Punk?
I know.
Like, that is insane.
I love when they love each other. And that's the irony of pro wrestling. When they like each other the most, like in the real world, is when you can create the best fights, because they're like helping each other out. But you know, something that you might have not noticed, since you haven't watched Triple as much, that I did notice that was a huge difference. This is the first AAA where they actually follow tag team rules the way they do in the US.
What do you mean?
Well, because in the US, everybody knows that a big part of a tag team match is like the hot tag.
Oh,
like you're getting your ass beat and you have to like struggle to fight it. Yeah. But in Lucha Libre, that's usually not the case. It's like you're fighting there, los rudos se meten without a care in the world. And like the tag.
Como los samoanos.
Yeah. and the tag is just you like getting thrown out of the ring, you know?
Oh, so that's official. Like, just if you're in the ring and like they toss you out and the other one's in the ring, then it's
like in Lucha Libre, usually tag team rules are very. It's more of a suggestion. It's more of a suggestion. So
I would play by ear.
Yes. So that's what I noticed. You definitely felt the WWE influence, that the match felt like slower in the pace, and that they followed the tag team rules. Which in some ways I have mixed feelings about it. Because sometimes I think watching Lucha Libre tag teams can be very fun, but especially for newer people, it can be very confusing because you don't understand why somebody comes in and out. And at least with the US rules, it's like more like, okay, you get it, okay, you have.
See, that would be me. I'm dumb as hell like that. I'd be like, ¿por qué no se fue? You know, that would be me. But I just love that. I love seeing Niña Hamburguesa just have moments. Because again, on WWE, like, this is, again, a character for children. A character that's literally, the joke is that he's fat. Yeah. And that he likes burgers. Like, that's it. Yes. That's it. That's a joke. And it's hilarious. I love it. Yeah. Do it again. Yes. Like, please.
We love our
amazing.
Children characters.
And I love how they, again, like, Finn, and they just played along with it so well. And they won, which I honestly no me gustó tanto que ganaron.
I expected this to be more of a celebration for
Lucha. I'm like Triplemania, but also las pasamos, because, you know, it was a good match, I think.
Yes, it was fun.
I think, like, with just being surprised with them together, también me gustó mucho just La Copa Bardhal, se llama, right?
La Copa Bardhal.
It's like, it's just like, we talked about like the same thing. It's sponsored.
Of,
everything is sponsored.
Rumble.
Yeah. I loved it. Like, I didn't even know that it was going to be a Royal Rumble. I thought it was just like, until I started hearing them count down. I'm like, wait, is this a Royal Rumble? And that's when Mason came in, and they're also like, is this a Mexican Royal Rumble? We're like, yes. And of course, when Pimpi came out, we lost our shit. Yes. Like, that honestly, I was driving to work, and I was like, me llegó un sentimiento así bien bonito, like, en el pecho, like, just because I'm like, that was so cool, man.
I know. I love the love that Pimpi got. You know, if there was one person that I think deserved to enter with the copyrighted song, was Pimpinela. But Pimpinela still made it.
We were still singing it, too. We were still singing it. Yeah. Who else didn't come out? Oh, Thriller también.
La Parca, the third version. Yeah.
That one's, I guess, is a little bit different because it is different versions. Pero Pimpi, just, you know, her movimientos are specifically to be synchronized.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just amazing. So I loved her whole story with Otis, because also seeing Otis there, I was like, no way, because it's like the most, like, cutest, patootiest, nice, like, I love him so much. Just to see him in Mexico.
Yeah.
It was random as hell.
It was.
It
but
was
it worked
so
perfectly.
random. And with Pimpi, I ship them. I love that moment.
Yes, we stand them. Please give us more Pimpi and
now,
Otis.
like her suggestion was that now she comes and saves him.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
that would be amazing.
Pimpi, come and
Pimpi.
save Otis.
And I did see, I guess to go on the Pimpi discourse as well. There are some people saying that they were mad that she got eliminated so quick. That was us too. We're like, wait, because they were having their moment, but like, I thought they were gonna give her because she's a fucking legend. Y más ahí en Mexico. So I was like, oh, there. I hope that it's like the Rey Mysterio match when he won in 2006 when he's just kind of chilling until he comes up and he wins, right? And I'm like, that was kind of fast. So it was annoying, but there's other people saying porque está viejita.
Yeah, that's true. Ya el tiempo, como dice, ya ha cobrado la factura. Mm-hmm. So in some ways, better a limited exposure where Pimpi got to show off. And for those of you who are not as aware of what Pimpi is, there's this kind of luchadores in Mexico.
Yes, let's go into it. Yes.
Called Exoticos. Started, I don't know what the earliest one, so I'm not as good of an encyclopedia, but I don't know, in the 70s, 80s, there was this gimmick of wrestler that at first was it hinted that they were gay, but it was never open, in the first era.
Mm-hmm. Think Juan Gabriel.
Yes, basically the Juan Gabrieles of the Lucha Libre. And Pimpi is more from the era where they were we're basically gay, queer people. And
we're gay, what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
In case you did not notice.
Porque se ve, no se pregunta.
And those kind of luchadores are called exóticos. And as you know, in Latin America, sometimes the line between, for example, being gay, feminine, trans is a little bit more blurry. So I mean, Pimpi is a gay man, but he still likes to play a lot.
It's a character.
Yeah, it's kind of drag, as drag as you can get. And in spite of all the homophobia in Mexico, Pimpi has managed to earn the love of the public.
Through her performance. Her, that's what you said, it's a ritual, it's a performance, it's passion, because the way that you're able to touch somebody to the point where you make their pre-existing judgments about that is imagine the respect they have to have for you. Again, think Juan Gabriel.
Yes, because now you see everybody loving on Pimpinela, but that shit took so much effort. He went through so much shit to get to the point where they're at. Y sufrió mucho, so it is good to see their moment of glory.
Yes, and I do otra cosa que también que hasta en Facebook, again, shout out to el grupo Los Rancios de Lucha, cause you guys are my favorite, los amo. But I think there was going to start some hate in the comments, and someone was immediately de la Pimpi no se metan, la Pimpi ha sido la Pimpi desde sabe cuándo, así que sálganse de aquí con eso. And it's that's how we should stand up all the time, by the way, for all of our queer friends, but that's just,
not just for the ones that entertain
just for the ones that entertain us, but shout out to Pimpi for taking space and making me cry.
I know, in such a macho world. I mean, we talked about people hating on Mr. Iguana or Vikingo for not being the archetype of what a real man looks like. The fact that Pimpi managed to carve out so much love and respect is amazing. And
I think other ones that stole the show, I think for Aerostar, because first I saw him está bien chiquito, he looks like a Power Ranger. He was giving me blue Power Ranger vibes, and I loved him in the air. Give me a little lore to an
Aerostar, some of you might recognize him from his time in Lucha Underground. That's when a lot of US fans might have learned from him. He kind of came out in the early 2007-ish when AAA created la Fuerza Aérea, the AAA, La Real Fuerza Aérea. He wasn't part of that crew, but he kind of was close to it when they like to come up with power-looking characters that are really good flyers. And one of his most famous moments in one of the AAA, was it in the one of 2020? I'm trying to remember, but there was, how in some arenas they have the lights? He climbed that shit up and jumped.
Didn't someone in WWE die doing that? And Danny would know the answer to this question.
I mean, there's like Mankind that fell also from a very high place. But I don't know if somebody died doing that.
Climbing, that is insane.
Yeah, like...
Yeah,
I know. Also, there's a little bit of chisme. Supposedly, Aerostar is famous for tirar verbo después de las luchas with whomever is available.
Oh, really?
Sí, sí.
Oh, really?
Ya te cachamos.
Oh, really? Would you be speaking from experience?
Unfortunately, no.
Yet.
Yes. But
anyway.
Aerostar, sí, in case you're watching.
Los contactos.
Sí.
But he just great performance again. Another guy
Yes.
he didn't last too long. He didn't have too many moments.
Yeah.
But the moments that he did have were really
Yes.
good. And another one who stole show and is all over the memes, Microman.
Yes, we love Microman. In this family, we love Microman.
I lost my shit too when I saw him because I just love his walk. He has so much swagger.
Yes,
Like, he has
yes.
so much swagger under that mask,
Yes.
regardless.
La altura no se mide de la cabeza al suelo, pero de la cabeza al cielo. Y ese es Microman.
Ooh. For those of you, the people who ask, ¿quién es Microman? ¿Es que monito? No es que monito.
No es que bonito.
Diles.
Microman was in CMLL. He was one of their top people in the minis division. Like, I don't know, is it like a year, like, or 2 years ago, he started going independent. So it's nice to see him go from being kind of like done with CML, being in the indies, and now shining internationally.
Yeah.
And him, and what's the other dude's name? The giant Osmos?
Osmos, who won? And we were just like, what the heck was this?
Yeah,
but,
that was so random, to be honest.
I thought they were going to give it to La Parca, but anyway.
La Parca, I don't think they're ready to carry that.
I thought that was going to be the announcement. Like, okay, now this is y'all's notice. Que aquí viene La Parca. To WWE or to the merge run, that this is now a thing. So to me, just to see it was kind of a little anticlimactic. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit.
It was, and I wonder where they're going with that. I mean, I'll say it can be fun to have a very impossible to beat giant. It can be a way to put other people over. In fact, that has been almost Osmos' job so many times to look so menacing that okay, you beat him. Okay, see, now the credibility that you have is great. But I don't know, if you take things seriously, then you're like, wait, but he has lost every single important match.
Like, doesn't really seem to go anywhere.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, because that's quite a big commitment to have Osmos win la Copa Bardhal.
Yeah. Because that's again, no sé, like, I would understand it if he beat them on like Raw or SmackDown, wherever he's at. But like at Triplemania, it didn't make sense to me.
I know.
Should have been Pimpi.
Yeah.
It should have been Pimpi.
Yes,
imagine
Pimpi.
That would have been historical already. Like,
Or,
make it as historical as possible.
I know some people would have been bothered, but I would have loved to have seen everybody teams against Osmos. They give the victory to Microman.
Dude, that would. Didn't I say that last time? Hire her.
Yes.
Hire her. You're right, because they did. They kind of did, right? They were all started kind of beating him up. So they should have done that. And yeah, like.
I'll say that the Copa Bardhal in some ways, to me, kept like the most AAA aspect of AAA, which is to have exoticos.
Everything.
Small people, giants. The only thing like that we did not see, that I wonder if we're gonna see again. Actually, in AAA, normally you would see a lot of like men fighting women and vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you haven't seen that so far.
I feel like people would flip.
I know.
I don't think it's like...
Yeah, you know...
The people that like... You know, because we talk about queer struggles and queer... But the people who just want to like... They will be mad. Like, they will not understand it. Can you mega wrestle the child?
Yeah.
I feel like if people saw that nowadays, that would be not good.
Yeah.
Like...
Because, you know, what AAA used to do was los relevos atómicos de locura. That was my best setup, where they would have a male wrestler, woman wrestler, an exotico, and then a little person. We almost had that on this one. We just did not have, like, the woman. But yeah, at least close enough, I guess, for this time. I wish they preserved that, but I have the feeling that they won't.
Did anybody else surprise you from?
It was for the more OG fans. It was cool to see Ciber, you know, like when people were talking about Roman Reigns. People were saying that he looked like an old Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I saw that people making fun of his mask, also comparing it to something else. But
yeah, I saw the jokes. I did not get it either, but it was cool to see Ciber because when I really got into Lucha Libre, is when it was Ciber y la secta cibernética.
Everybody, no, I feel like that's what you know. Yeah. Us like 90s. Were born in Mexico kids.
Yes. Ole,
you know Lucha Libre? Es el cibernético. Come on,
Ciber. I think those were like the more highlights of the match. Honestly, the women's match did not give a whole lot to talk about.
I think that was kind of like, I'm glad that Lady Flammer retained because I feel like, again, it should have been celebration of the talent. But it almost felt like Lady Apache ya está, más mayor, and she's not as relevant as Lady Flammer right now, but también Nati se llamaba, ¿verdad? Yeah. That one kind of just came in like kind of fanfare también to that would have been, I think we talked about that, it would have been a better Worlds Collide event than Triplemania because estaba como nada quebrienta, and I didn't like that it was like the co-main or the one before, cause it kind of like
I would have preferred to have seen
Iguana right as a that
Toxicas against maybe because Judgement Day also has like how many women?
Pues ya no está Liv, but it's would have Raquel and Roxanne.
Yeah, I think that would have been. I mean, they were already doing the Judgment. In some ways, I'm fine like with Judgment Day being like the main invasion force of AAA, and I think that match would have generated so much more noise.
I actually saw that meme. There's like, I think I said it on the chat. I'll put it up here. When we get the storyline with Dom and Las Tóxicas.
Oh my god. He's not ready for that.
I love those memes. Ese pinche, like kind of Vikingo. They make the same jokes about Dom because he has like a girlfriend, a wife, a mistress, and a mistress. Ese güey no perdona hasta para el Vikingo. And they just wanna fucking talk shit about Vikingo because like Dom, mira, Dom todo.
Él también anda de firulais por ahí.
You know what's funny? I did see también un meme del Vikingo con Rey Mysterio after, and I think Rey se mira todo panzón. They put something like that, like el Rey reclamando al hijo del Vikingo por embarazarlo or something.
También vi una foto. What was the name of the woman that paired up with Mr. Iguana?
Oh, Fudgeballs. She's from Miami.
Yeah.
Something with an L, I think.
Lola something?
Lola Vice.
Okay.
Lola Vice
tomándose una foto con Microman y el niño hamburguesa como pinche envidia. ¿Y yo qué?
Yo me quiero comer esa hamburguesa.
I'm sorry, but you're not gonna beat Microman. He has the charm.
Yeah, like he has so much swag.
What Osmos has in height, Microman has in charm.
In charm, yes. So, oh shit, I blanked out. Sorry. Listen. Pero a mí, la que me gustó un chingo es obviamente Psycho Clown.
Oh, yes.
Like, come on.
Somos Psycho Locas.
And I want to be as buff as him. That motherfucker's buff.
Yeah, he has strong
So
arms.
that one, to explain to us a little bit about those rules, right? Porque yo no sabía que iba a ser de esas que se avientan con todo y hasta trash cans. I love that. Porque ya sé que también los Garza son de México, right?
Sí.
But they love playing that gimmick of being los niños hipiris nice, los niños acá. And they play it so well because I hate them.
Yeah.
And it felt so good to see los de barrio, los aquí, los culeros que se los chingaron bien macizo. And I loved it because then they put them in the trash can.
I know. That was epic.
I love that trash can. What they do with the trash can. I love that spear.
Yes.
Que hizo Pagano. Oh my god, that was
Pagano. That was one of the best matches
we
have seen of Pagano. You know, los Garza. I don't know how much you know, but they're related to Hector Garza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because he comes out. He would come out with them sometimes. No,
Hector Garza is dead. He was an OG again when I started watching Lucha Libre. Hector Garza was the archetype of the handsome rudo.
Oh, so that's why they're like that.
Yeah, so he's the one that said, you know what, our thing is to be pretty boys. And they are pretty boys.
Pero they weren't pretty boys after they started bleeding.
No. Yes, I would still pick Pagano and Psycho Clown.
Same. I feel like yeah, up for the experience. I feel like they were just a missionary for the sole purpose of procreating.
Yeah.
So I would not.
They would use like the blanket with the hose. Take a shower after.
Mira que sí ya. And if no se te meterían unos tacos after, they would steal something for you.
What's his name? Pagano, he's very much into hardcore Extreme Rules. That's his bread and butter. So it was really cool that...
How extreme can you get, though, in WWE?
Not that extreme.
No, right? That's like fucking Mexico en la calle shit.
Yeah, because, for Extreme Rules, in some ways, to be honest, it was kind of mild. Like, I've seen previous
they didn't bleed that much.
I've seen previous AAA matches where they would do the staplers... Like the bamboo sticks, like what else? Like the fluorescent lights. That shit looks cool.
The ones that break?
Yeah, that's probably super toxic, so on one hand...
Yeah, I feel like the fumes, you're dead.
Or would you not see las tachuelas? Like the little...
Oh yeah, when they freaking fall. That's what I mean. I've seen bloody matches on like WWE, WWF, like what, I don't know. Maybe because it was on YouTube?
I think so, and also, like WWE also holds back a lot. So, on one hand, I mean, it's cool that they preserve their body a little bit more, but I have seen definitely way more hardcore luchas in AAA before. What I did like, though, is that they used to have like como una charola. So I'm glad that they're not doing that anymore, because that shit was kind of like...
charola?
Yeah, they like a charola, like a little metal sheet, that you used to cover your catering.
Hit somebody?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they used to do that a lot, which I guess because it's more practical than a chair, but it was kind of embarrassing, so...
Oh, and I feel like it would dent more, right? Like
but it looks silly, so on that part... That was
like a cartoon.
Yeah, that was a welcome change.
Yeah, and I think the only one we didn't talk about is también el hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yeah, contra
el Mesias.
Who...
And we knew that result was gonna be.
Yeah. We also predicted that one correctly.
Clap in the comments.
Yeah, I think that match was cool, but
I just like to see his dad interfere, because it's like, tú también interfere if the other guys are with there valiendo verga. So your TikTok was the most popular one, and our TikTok was on TikTok, by the way.
So many people in the comments are saying that he looks like el tío que trae su roomie.
Oh yeah, con su twink.
Sí.
He does, a little bit.
But, that's a good-looking man will always get called gay, because usually only gay men know how to dress good for masculinity.
Yeah. To me, I love the whole father-son thing that they have going on, obviously, right? Like, my daddy issues were like, I love that moment with abrazaron. I love the entrance. I love since the beginning. Because he changed his mask. The mask he put before the show, that shit looks so cool. Yeah. I loved it. It was like black. Y tenía white and black. And it looked so cool. But then for the match, he had another one con unas alitas. And it looked so cool.
Yeah, and it was a redeeming moment. Because one of the lowest points in Dr. Wagner's, like the dad's career, was in a Triplemania. I forget which one it was, because to be honest, it's during the period of time when I was like too busy to watch Lucha. But he lost his mask against Psycho Clown, which hardcore fans were so outraged. Like, how dare you basically, how dare you let literally a clown be like one of the most glorious...
A literal fucking clown! You know what? I can see that.
Yeah.
I feel like if I were one of those like FIFAs of the lucha, I would probably I feel like I'd be like...
I get it too, but at the end of the day, especially now that the kayfabe is quote unquote dead, kids are the ones that make lucha libre and pro wrestling, so things will always be catering more towards those characters. Yeah,
but hey, I don't think it's for kids the way he freaking puts his masks down, even though it's my favorite thing he does.
Yeah, it's amazing. But yes, it was a redeeming moment, because at least his son comes back and he kind of puts the mask and the honor up high in a Triplemania.
I think that makes me also more excited to see who he's going to be.
Yeah, I wonder who they have in store
against
for
who
him.
do you think? Especially, I think, I guess we should end with What could we expect, you think, at Worlds Collide in Las Vegas, given this lineup que ganó?
Well, for sure, I think we can expect. I'm thinking Dominic is gonna win this time. Like he was like this close, honestly.
Yeah.
Like even though El Vikingo looked good, it almost seemed like he was about to get forked.
Yeah.
And it was only thanks to AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
So I feel like Dominic is gonna win for sure.
We gotta get Americano back. I don't know if he'll get the same reception here, but I want to see that.
I want him to come back. I also wonder,
especially that one.
Is there any chance that Alberto Abusador shows up?
Yeah, because they were asking.
Yeah, the crowd was demanding. So I don't know. I mean, in the U.S., people care less about him.
No,
so
I don't feel like people don't give a fuck.
But besides that, I'm not sure what they're gonna do with El Hijo del Dr. Wagner. I don't see anyone like built up to be like his main nemesis.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Because usually when son enmascarados, they have kind of a rivalry, right? And I think he's still early on, but who would be that for him?
We'll see, because I think AAA was in a crisis before WWE purchased it. Honestly, and I think that's the less toxic side about why people liked Alberto El Abusador, because he gave AAA like the one story they could hold on to. And they did not have a whole lot going on. They were kind of running out of materials. Conan was like on his fifth version of la Invasión de la Legión Extranjera. So I'm not sure. I guess maybe when we talk about like the lineup, we can do some deductions based on that.
Yeah, I think I'm excited to see it. I also think that Dom wins this time. I'm just excited to be there.
Me too.
Like we have to go, and I'm just gonna try to see the vibe and how everybody, I can't wait to see the mix of lucha in Vegas, because when I went for WrestleMania, there was a lot of people dressed as like Mexican luchadores or as El Chavo.
Yes.
Like there were just so many, the lucha presence and like the presence from Mexico was so strong at WrestleMania. So I'm so excited. And we're going to get you content, little interviews, predictions from the fans, everything. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and...
Yes, please do. Take it easy, y'all. Remember, lucha is a party, so enjoy it.
Bye!